Welcome to Death Valley National Park, located on the border of California and Nevada. Death Valley is known for its extremes, being the hottest, driest, and lowest park in the U.S. This park proves that nature can thrive even in the most desolate places. Now, get ready to explore the scenic landscape of the one and only Death Valley.
Here's where Death Valley is located in the United States, right in the southwestern corner, along the border of California and Nevada. It's a massive park spanning over 3.4 million acres, making it the largest national park in the U.S. That's enough space to fit the entire state of Connecticut and still have more room. And now, here's a closer look at the park itself. From Furnace Creek to Zabriskie Point and the infamous Badwater Basin, there's no shortage of iconic spots to explore.
Death Valley is part of the desert biome, specifically the Mojave Desert. It is hot, dry, and full of surprises, kind of like that one teacher who always keeps you on your toes. The landscape includes sand dunes, salt flats, canyons, and even mountains, showcasing the diversity of desert ecosystems.
Now for the weather and seasons. Death Valley has two seasons, hot and a little bit less hot. In summer, temperatures soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, making it almost impossible to go out hiking. Winters are cooler, with highs in the 60s, making it a great time to explore without melting.
Pro tip, visit in the winter or spring for manageable weather and a chance to see the beautiful wildflower bloom.
Now for the flora. Death Valley's plants have truly mastered the art of survival in one of the harshest climates on Earth. First, we have the creosote bush. With its small, waxy leaves, it reduces water loss and thrives in extreme heat. It's also a champion in erosion control, helping to stabilize the desert soil. Next is the Joshua tree, which technically isn't a tree but a giant yucca. Its spiky, dagger-like leaves make it unmistakable. And it provides critical shelter and food for animals like birds and insects. Finally, the desert holly. This plant has silvery, reflective leaves that act like natural sunscreen, keeping it cool under the blazing sun. It even thrives in salty soils where most plants would die. Basically, it's a jack of all trades.
Death Valley's wildlife is just as impressive and resilient as its plants. Take the desert bighorn sheep, for example. These agile animals can climb rocky terrain like it's an Olympic sport, using their hooves to grip the steep cliffs. They're not just tough, they're also resourceful, finding water in places more creatures wouldn't even look. Next, we have a kangaroo rat. This little rodent is basically a walking survival guide and never drinks water. Seriously, not a drop. Instead, it gets all of its hydration from the seeds it eats. Plus, it is an essential part of the food chain, feeding predators like snakes and owls. And then there's the sidewinder rattlesnake. This snake's signature zigzag motion not only looks cool, but also helps it move efficiently across loose sand without sinking. As a predator, it plays a key role in controlling populations of rodents and small birds, keeping the ecosystem balanced.
Now for what you came to see, the major attractions.
Starting at Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America, at 282 feet below sea level, the vast salt flats stretch endlessly, creating a surreal, mirror-like effect after rare rains. It is the perfect spot for that walking on another planet selfie.
Next, head to Zabriskie Point for sunrise. The colorful badlands make it one of the most iconic spots in the park. You'll feel like you've stepped into an artist's canvas.
For a midday drive, take Artist's Drive, a 9-mile loop showcasing multicolored hills caused by volcanic minerals.
Feeling adventurous? Hike the Mesquite Flat sand dunes. These towering dunes are perfect for a challenging trek, or you can even go sandboarding on them. The views are specifically stunning during golden hour, sunset, or sunrise.
Death Valley is beautiful, but not forgiving. To have the best experience, follow these tips. First, water. You will need at least 1 gallon per person per day. This is not a suggestion, it's a survival skill. Dehydration happens fast here.
Second, plan your activities around the heat. If you're visiting in the summer, hiking after 10 a.m. is extremely dangerous. Stick to sunrise and sunset excursions when the temperatures are cooler, and that's when the lighting makes the park look most magical anyways.
If you're camping, permits are required for backcountry sites, and if it's crucial to follow, leave no trace principles. Pack out all your trash. Death Valley does not need your empty water bottles as new landmarks.
And finally, always respect the wildlife. Admire it from a distance, but don't get too close, especially to animals like rattlesnakes. And no, the kangaroo rats are not cute enough to share your food with. They will bite you. Now for problems the park faces. Death Valley may seem invincible, but even this vast desert faces serious threats. Off-road vehicle use damages fragile habitats, crushing plants and disrupting wildlife that are already struggling to survive in extreme weather conditions.
Another major issue is pollution. Despite its remote location, Death Valley's air quality is impacted by pollution from urban areas and nearby mining operations. This doesn't ruin the views, it also impacts plant and animal health in this delicate ecosystem.
And then there's climate change. Rising temperatures and shifting rainfall patterns threaten the survival of species adapted to the park's extreme environment. Even the iconic wildflower blooms are becoming less and less predictable as climate change gets more intense.
But the park is fighting back. Conservation efforts, stricter regulations, and public awareness campaigns are helping to protect Death Valley. It is up to all of us to ensure this unique landscape remains beautiful for years to come. So, why visit Death Valley? Because it's a testament to nature's resilience and beauty. From its rugged landscapes to its vibrant wildlife, it is a reminder of that wonders exist even in the harshest conditions. Oh yeah, and don't forget your sunscreen.